Going live.
Right on the drop of the song.
There we go. Perfect. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Cruisin the Planet. I'm your host, Ethan Miller. This is episode 41, and this week we are joined with...
Rissa.
Cole.
And...
AJ!
He's finally done it, everyone. He's returned to us. Some of y'all might remember a couple of episodes ago, AJ had graduated and left. He had gone on to the big world.
I got scared and came back.
Well, that's okay. You always have a home here. Unless, of course, there are too many people and due to COVID regulations, we have to kick you out. Have you noticed that? Walking back, let's do like a quick rundown of your first thoughts on coming back onto campus.
Okay, much quieter. Like, if it was a Thursday afternoon, even if it was raining, that whole, there'd be people walking back and forth and, people in front of the library, people in front of the music building. I came in and it felt like a summer day.
Right?
Yeah.
I was walking by some rooms, and some of them had some people in it, and then some rooms where the teacher was talking. There's only 2 people in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That'd be the high flex model.
Yes.
High flex model. I'm not familiar.
That hasn't been explained to you?
Oh,
Perfect,
okay.
because
Let's
Rissa
do
and
it.
I can explain it in full, because it's our new job.
Yeah.
Rissa, do you want to?
Temporarily. I don't know if I can explain it very well.
I'll explain it, and you chime in at any point when
Okay.
it becomes, like, way too much.
Will do.
Let me move my microphone for perfect communication. The high flex model offers you 3 chances of attending a course. You have, at first, asynchronous, which is you don't go to class at any given time, you watch a pre-recorded lecture, and you work the worksheets at your own pace assigned to a due date. The original version of online whenever everything broke in March. The one that we're very familiar with when someone says online.
Except with less like professors giving up.
Yes, this one was planned.
Yeah.
Then you have yourselves synchronous online, as in you attend a Zoom meeting at a regularly given time throughout the week, every single lecture period, along with various assignments that are due, at a given time afterwards. But you still have that person-to-person through a camera communication in the chance of small group to large session. And then finally, there's the one that you describe where you have 2 people in class, which is the in-person synchronous option.
I mean, sometimes there's more people, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of seems like people are going back and forth between their choices. I think there's a lot of confusion around it.
Oh, yeah?
So, like, sometimes people will come online, and sometimes they'll come in person. Sometimes they won't come at all.
Right.
But I think it's supposed to be, like, you choose one and you do that. But I don't know. I think there's a little confusion.
I was a music major.
Yeah.
And I guess you would know this. How does that work with band?
So, for ensembles, I'm not really sure exactly how band is doing it, but for choir and things like that, what would usually be a 3 times a week course, we are only going twice in person, and then Fridays we have an online. We just submit a video. But, yeah, there's social distancing within the choir hall.
Okay.
Everyone still wears their mask, so that's how ensembles are working.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone's being safe. I like it.
Yep.
Well, if you have any
Okay.
questions about events, I did an interview with Dr. Styron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Styron, the Vice President of Student Affairs. I did a whole interview with her, and it is on my podcast.
Yes, Cole's still doing her
curious.
show, Making Space. We got Dr. Styron on last week, this week.
This week.
Yeah, we got it on this week because Rissa was having some trouble due to those TA courses that she will explain what you have been doing in just 1 second. But Shay actually was the one who did the description and uploading of that one. So for those who watched 1 episode ago when Shay was on, you will be able to know that she is, because she's one of our new digital media producers here, digital media specialists, producers?
Yes,
specialists. You're the GA now. You can just tell me when things are going wrong.
Oh, yeah, you're the boss of it. You're like the intermediate.
She's no boss. I'm the captain.
Look at me.
You keep telling yourself that.
Oh.
No, I'm just the office bully now.
You are. You 100% are.
Just mostly Ethan, though.
Yep. That's how it works. Yeah, no, Rissa joins in for free. Taylor doesn't work here anymore. I'm
She
kidding.
totally still works
She
there.
works here. It's just she's got weird TA schedule stuff as well.
Yeah.
So the TA stuff that we keep referencing, just to bring you up to speed. Do you want to explain without complaining?
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about it. It's
Thank
okay.
you. I will. So go ahead.
Well, we got assigned to be temporary learning assistants to aid in the pulling together the Zoom videos for people that are joining in person, but their teachers are remote. But we've been doing the radio job and the learning assistant like at the same time.
Yes.
So I was trying to edit that podcast that you just mentioned, and I was having to run back and forth between OA Grant and the radio station to try to get it done in time.
She was very stressed
and I freaked
yesterday.
out because I had like 4 classes that I had to do learning assistant with.
Not attending 4 classes that she has to sit in while the professor is on a Zoom meeting for the students who are in person. That's the 4th alternative
so unproductive
to this
for
high
you.
flex.
Yeah.
I would be
it's
so
okay.
antsy about it.
How many people, what's the lowest number of students you've had? I've actually been waiting 2 weeks to talk to you
1.
about this. I had one just the other day.
Yeah, I
on
had
Tuesday. On Tuesday, I had one guy come in late.
Yeah,
I was
me too,
about
on
to
Tuesday.
leave.
Yeah.
I was about to leave, and then
That's
I
the
won't
same
say
thing.
I won't say his name.
That's
but
the same thing that happened to me.
Came
and then,
in and was just like, "Could you put the PowerPoint on?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"I don't work
And then
here."
the whole time the guy was like not really paying a whole bunch of attention, and I
Stop.
was like, I need to go do a job.
Cracked his laptop open, was like on there for a bit, closed it, just kind of like staring.
Yeah.
At one point, like threw a question to me, and then was like, "Actually, never mind."
Yeah.
It was a
I
level
felt
of,
bad
like-
because I had to leave and go
Yeah.
like edit that podcast, but so I just left him with the video going on. But I was like, I got too many things going on,
Like
so
a-
I had to do that
Yeah.
and then run back and
No, there's
I
definitely
mean,
a feeling
but-
of babysitter.
yeah.
Doing these jobs.
But I've had the craziest time with
Yeah?
this learning
You-
assistant. I got locked.
Yeah, you got
in a
locked into a
room.
room.
Yes,
I
got
need this story.
Go
so
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
went to go do the learning assistant stuff, and of course no one showed up, and I was there, and so I logged off of the computer, and I went to leave to come back to the radio station, and the door wouldn't open.
Mhm.
What?
And yeah, it was OA Grant. I can't remember which room it was. It was like 107 or 109 or something like
Also
that.
Yeah.
bottom floor.
And
like, oh my god.
yeah. And so I sent Lance, our boss, a message, and I was
And
like,
me a message.
yes, and Ethan a
And
message.
This is why I'm involved in the story. I felt
And,
so guilty.
Yeah, so I messaged them and I was like, hey, I'm kind of stuck in a room and I can't get out and I don't really know
my
anyone
God.
else to text. Yeah, and then Lance messaged me back and he was like, okay, and he ran over there and he couldn't get the door open.
Oh
and
my
I couldn't get the
God.
door open, and then the dean had to come and they broke the door open with a knife, apparently.
What?
I guess.
Wait,
Yeah.
And
wait,
like got me out.
which
but
room in OA Grant was this?
it was when you walk in, like to the right. I can't remember which room number it was, but it's broken before. I
When
think.
I was in Spanish, we
Uh-huh.
got stuck in that room.
The whole class.
my
The whole
God.
class.
I was all alone, but luckily I brought
Wow.
snacks, so I was
That's good.
okay.
Right. Yeah.
But I was in
feel
there
like
for like
such
an
a horror
hour.
movie.
I only knew about you being in there because I was done with work. I was going to home to eat dinner because I can finally do that this semester with both jobs and such. And then I just looked down at my message and was like, hey, can you come get me out of OA Grant? I'm locked in a room. I was like,
Oh my god.
I was just like, are you okay? Like, do I need to come get you now?
Yeah.
I can get whatever's needed to burn that door down. Like, I thought she'd been in there for 4 hours. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
don't be too polite to call. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh no, I'm fine. I'm like home already. I'm good.
Yeah,
And
I was in there
Ooh.
for like an hour, maybe more though.
Just
like
makes me
stuck.
feel-
They were like
God.
trying to get it open like during
Oh
that
my
time
God.
too.
was it stuck? Does the door open into the classroom or out?
Out, I think. Yeah, it opened
Just
outwards,
Disassemble that handle,
but
man.
the door wasn't locked or anything. Like it
Mhm.
was just broken. Like
Oh my god.
it's broken.
I can't.
Feet up on the
Oh my
frame,
God,
just
that'd
like
be
start
so
pulling.
scary.
Traumatic experiences aside, speaking on your job, for those of you who don't know, I used to do Rissa's job, so I know how
Yeah.
Yeah.
for you leaving, how much of a nuisance that could be. Because when you edit,
Yeah.
especially long form things,
Mhm.
you just get into a zone where you just like chopping and you're adding
Yeah.
and then if you were to leave in the middle of that, it just screws up the whole
You
process.
come back and then it's just not even as good.
Yeah.
We're having
Yeah.
the same experience. Actually, quick little announcement. Jake is going to be this week's YouTube video.
Mhm.
For anyone who's listening to this as of or listening to the podcast right before the YouTube video comes out tomorrow at lunchtime at like 12:15 p.m. then you'll be able to see and meet Jake, our music director. Editing that, I couldn't have been interrupted even if you wanted to. I was so in a zone. Literally an hour went by,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, "Oh, video's done," but like, oh geez, time, space, none of it was
Everything
real.
stops. It's like
Everything
you become the
does.
computer screaming.
It's kind of cool though. I really enjoy it.
I
So-
never realized how much fun it is to make videos. I don't know if you've seen this.
What's up?
I was making like little music productions and
Uh-huh.
stuff on my YouTube channel, but I made 2 like camera comedic
Really?
ones.
I have to look at those.
And I used my favorite one is I called it bad
Mhm.
piano moments, and for the intro I did the whole kill la kill, like the red text
Oh,
coming
yeah?
up on the screen. And then the first song was JoJo,
Nice.
The Golden Wind.
Nice.
And for the intro to that, I had a Dio, where Dio. Oh,
Now
you're approaching me. Yeah.
Oh, you're approaching me. Well, now I have to send that to my buddy Andrew. He is, every time you make any instance or reference to JoJo, he's just like, oh, ooh. We're all on a Discord, and so you can just kind of like get him excited, and he's just gone for 5 minutes. He'll come back.
But I've loved making videos. I never realized, like, when we were here, like,
Dude.
the amount
So
of
much fun.
Oh
fun
my
it is to
goodness,
get into
it is catharsis.
Speaking of which, I gotta give you guys a round of applause. The bloopers of you guys trying to throw Alien is my favorite thing in the freaking world.
It was harder than it looked. Okay.
He has no weight to him.
Oh, okay, but think about this. That's only like half of how many times we did that.
And I'm not saying, like, that's a bad, like, he has no weight to him. That makes it harder to
Yeah.
throw.
Let me give you some explanation here.
Oh my god.
My turn. I did it when we were walking through the way for that entire video. It was the first time we did all puppeteering
Yeah.
for like an extended
I loved
for
it.
multiple
it was a great
angles.
Video.
Mhm.
Now we puppeteer him all the time in every video. You'll notice since then we've kind of been using him a lot.
Mm.
And for that shot, yeah, right? The ghost?
It'd be the ghost.
I heard something like pounding outside the door. I thought someone was knocking.
Probably the ghost. For that shot, we had I needed to be standing in frame because I was the quote-unquote one taking the tour,
Mhm.
and Cole was already hidden out of frame, meaning that she could be all the way down in Lance's office to make the throw.
Mm.
And when we were walking through it, I was just like, I wonder if like you could throw him far enough to do it. So I went through and blocked all the scenes just to script it properly in my mind so that we didn't run too much time in production and anything. Tossed him, no problem. It was fine. Easy.
I tossed him the first time.
Cole had to toss him 20 times.
No.
20?
The last one, literally, multiple times if you look at that blooper,
It almost did not get in the video.
it literally almost didn't make it.
I was
almost
like, one more time.
I was this close to having to cut myself into the background. If you've noticed on a few of the Meet the Staff videos, we've had
You
clones.
gotta show me how to do that.
We've had clones. It's super easy. It's
Oh,
so easy.
okay.
Well, it's easy if you plan for it.
Right.
Otherwise, it's so hard. I almost had to clone myself, throwing the thing in the background with me up front, just to be able to get it done. Because Cole like threw it and his legs would stick out, or he would. It just I don't know if it wasn't high enough. I don't know.
What
And I don't know because I couldn't
happened?
see it because I literally had to be staring like off to the side, just hearing him flip, and then I'd turn, and it wasn't good. Because in part of the script it was he flies, I look over, I go and look back over like that was nothing.
The favorite thing was the camera angles next to you because
Uh-huh.
you're on the computer.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're looking, you're waiting, you hear the thump,
Yeah,
and then I almost made it.
Yeah.
I did have an idea for a video.
Even Lance
Lance
did
tried it?
Lance couldn't do it either. I
Really?
just want to say that.
I just kill it is all I'm saying. Me and Alien, we're like this, little boys.
You should you probably can't do this,
Go
but
ahead.
you should get a. I don't know what the actual video premise would be.
Mm.
I'm just imagining the alien looking like one of these panels are moved, and alien.
Oh, I
looking
love
down.
that.
I already
Yeah.
scripted a video to be like that.
Yes.
Where Alien was it. We couldn't do it though because Cole wasn't in the office that day, and that turned into the hide and seek video with Taylor.
Oh, okay.
That
Okay.
one is very funny. We were told, however, by I think someone that
Yeah.
it wasn't good because it broke the whole suspense of suspense of disbelief. Is that it?
Suspension of disbelief.
Suspension of
The
disbelief.
alien was his like own character.
Yeah, and he
Mm.
is his own character now. You're gonna just watch this week's video. It's funny.
Okay. Okay.
wait.
Alien shows up in full sass. I'll say that.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Isn't he always sassy?
This time he
Yeah.
is actively dangerous.
Have we gotten word on the possible, like, other ones that we were talking about?
Oh, actually, we can talk about like
I didn't know
that
if you
whole
wanted to
thing.
talk about it or not.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay.
So we have currently we've been under a spending freeze for a long time here at the station with a lot of things, right?
Mm.
And because of that, there's been a couple of issues with various like items for promotional and whatnot. However,
Mm.
we have found some very cheap, a little bit shorter,
Yeah.
other versions of Alien.
Yes.
And so we might be
Different
making a new character
Mhm.
that is like Aliens. I don't know if it's gonna be his brother, his friend, whatever. The
Mhm.
idea is we'll have a new alien in at
We're
the
so
station.
excited.
Have we ever told the alien origin story?
No, we haven't.
he's
I
just-
think he's just mysterious.
No,
origin.
we haven't done it. Or like in real life.
In real life.
In real life, how you just bought it.
No, the original idea is we were doing. It would have been a year ago today, actually.
Oh,
This is Alien's like
birthday.
anniversary
Really?
because you can probably look back at our Instagram. Aaron and me, it was Party with the Planet.
Oh,
And
Oh yeah.
That was like our
Alien
biggest
the
event to
balloon.
date. And we had green balloons, and I was just taking one and I drew a face on it. I'm just like, Aaron, I have a video idea.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
it-
remember that video. Yes.
And then I went
It was
outside.
definitely me who videoed that.
Oh, was it you?
Yes.
I feel like a.
keep going. Keep
It's
going.
okay, keep going.
And it was cloudy like a day like this. And it
Yes,
was gonna
very
storm
windy.
potentially.
Yeah,
And-
so we postponed.
And I tried to do a video where it's like an old timey like
Newsman.
this is meteorologist AJ Heyer. It is
Yeah.
windy outside. Alien, no.
Yeah.
That was
no.
the first appearance of
Yeah.
an alien.
That was the first appearance of Alien.
the green
and then-
balloon.
A green balloon.
And then I went in and you saw it and you're like, we need an alien mascot.
We need an
now."
alien mascot.
So we went on Amazon and you found. I think it was supposed to be green, but you found a purple one.
You found it. I bought it.
Okay.
That's what it
okay.
was. Lance and I were having this talk last night
Mm.
or yesterday at work of like he was like, you ordered it on Amazon. You like the first day you came into work, you just had Alien. I was like, that's not
No,
that's not true
how
at
it
all.
works.
I gave my credit card to AJ, and then a couple weeks I saw it on my like go up on my tab. Couple weeks later, Alien shows up in a box, and I filmed a video with him. That was I pulled him out of the mail, and I just happened to really enjoy working with him. He's
Mm.
great too. Oh my goodness, such a professional. Like always, please and thank you. Such a gentleman.
He,
Unlike me, I'm on set. I'm just
Yeah.
like, blah.
You are a ball of giggles.
he did attack you that one time for chips.
Hmm?
He did attack you that one time for chips.
Yes, he did, but you know what? He was hungry. You know what I mean? He was. Look, you saw him. He was tiny, malnourished, everything.
You're not you when you're hungry. You
You're
know
not.
what I mean?
You're not.
Not sponsored by Snickers. Call me.
No, please don't. No. Talk to AJ, not the station. There are rules, AJ.
I know
There-
there's rules. So, enough of the past.
Talking, but future things involving Alien. We also are going to get new promo items.
Yes.
The little glow-in-the-dark babies.
Yeah.
Oh.
The ones you can
So-
eat by the spoonful.
No, don't eat them.
You
They're not for
can,
consumption.
but you shouldn't.
Wait, like babies or like alien babies? What are you saying?
I like where you're going with this. Scratch
Huh?
the alien ones.
No,
Let's get
wait.
human babies.
No.
No, I was so confused.
Rissa, I
was
like where you're
human
going
baby.
with this. You're
They're
gonna have a
little
long career here.
figurines. They're like little alien figurines.
Oh,
that glow in the
okay.
dark.
Little
Okay.
glow in the dark, like keychain
Like small
fobs,
aliens.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
thinking like
And
actual infant.
an actual inflatable
Extraterrestrials.
baby alien.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I
like
pushed
12
for this
inches
so
tall.
much. Yeah.
At first, I was really against it until finally Jake was like, "That alien is that baby is Alien's boss," and I was like, "Perfect, ship it, send it." Then the last, most important thing, which has made its way almost entirely through all of checking, we are getting a station camera.
So excited!
We were doing that when I worked here.
Yeah,
As in, it has one more budget check. It's already been approved by everything but the last piece.
So we really hope.
It is a Panasonic GH5, not the 5S. It has a 14 to 140 millimeter lens. Because it's a 4/3, I've done so much research on this. Because it's a 4/3, a micro 4/3 sensor, that means it has a crop value of 1/2, meaning it doubles the millimeter actual usage, meaning we have a incredibly high variable zoom lens. It's by Panasonic itself, so the internal 5-axis stabilization lines up with the stabilization of the camera, meaning your distance zooms are incredible. Basically, we're going to learn so much about this camera. It's the station's camera itself. We're getting a new tripod as well. So much.
I'm excited for you guys.
It has highlight, low light sensitivities, the ability to upgrade it for V-Log if we need, or what is it? It's Sony S-Log if we need it, or V-Log if we need it to. Basically a logarithmic picture profile, so you can take it in and do actual color grading.
I'm assuming the possibility for live streaming.
Yes, it has an HDMI output. The ability to take, it has up to a 240 frame rate on certain video, meaning you can do slow motion at full 1080. It also has the ability at what was it, 30 frames per second, 4K.
He has this all memorized. That scares me.
I've been waiting.
Well,
I
we've
picked
been waiting like a year
I
for
picked this exact camera out in my digital circuits lab 1 year ago.
Oh yeah, I remember.
We have been waiting for an approval of the camera. We finally found a way to do it.
Yeah, it was supposed to go through last semester, and then of course all the stuff happened. So.
No, not just last semester. Like when we started talking about furniture.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's when the whole camera thing started.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my! I put together a budget proposal for this camera. I went through so much research. It has 5 programmable buttons. The battery life is insane. The ability to do low light photography, everything. Name it, got it. XLR input capabilities. 3.5 millimeter headphone and microphone jack. Oof.
Sweet.
So,
thanks, Rissa.
One thing that I want to know: how has, like, obviously you guys have this 3 for school. I'm worried. I'm asking you guys about because most of the people that listen to this, I assume, are students here, right?
Yeah.
How is, for someone who's an alumni who hasn't been here since June, how has classes been? Like, is it working out for you guys, or is it kind of weird? Because then after that, I can tell you how the real world's been.
Oh, let's do a comparison in the jar and outside.
Yeah, wow. It's
do you want to go?
Yeah, it's been kind of strange, honestly. I think there's just like this collective feeling of, everything's different, everything's weird.
Yeah.
At any point
unsure.
it can fall.
Yeah, the classes feel different. There's not that many people in classes. There's
so
a lot of people.
Are you doing asynchronous or are you doing in person?
I'm doing in person. There's been a lot of people joining on Zoom, and it just honestly depends day to day, because some people are, like I said, going back and forth and like joining on Zoom, and then there'll be people in class the next day, but then there won't be. Yeah.
What about you, Ethan? Are you doing completely asynchronous or are you doing in person?
I'm doing both of my classes in person. However, I've already taken the one day, I think it was Wednesday, I had, from work, I had a 3-hour lunch break. In the middle hour of that was a class, and I didn't have a packed lunch, so I just went home to my apartment and Zoom meeting the class while I was eating. Let me tell you, I've never been more free in my life.
It has brought a new level of convenience.
The ability to, I was doing laundry this morning while, re-listening to my notes because the lectures are all recorded.
So you can just listen to them like podcasts.
Exactly. I was talking about this a while ago. You can just listen to your things while I was literally doing laundry, going over microeconomics.
Yeah. I
Like
think
convenience.
Yeah.
Some micro laundry.
I'll get you.
I think it's also great for like Cole mentioned in that interview that she did.
Mhm.
Who was it that she interviewed?
Styron?
Yeah, she mentioned that it's great for students who have to work due to like, the current situation,
Yeah.
economically.
Yeah.
It's great for them to be able to have more time or have that option to do their classes later on so that they can work. So that's awesome.
Something else that's affected is due dates. Everything, there is no paper anything. Papers aren't handed out to people anymore.
yeah.
Everything's on Canvas. Canvas is that
we never really
online
had a
learning
lot
tool.
of paper though,
You know,
as music majors.
Yeah, for us, yeah. But I want to say thank God this didn't happen during Blackboard, because Blackboard would have broke every
Every day.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day. But Canvas has been working perfect. It's
Mhm.
integrated a bunch of apps. It's great. But with that, you're able to have a lot of your assignments are due on like the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
I have discussion boards and stuff that I can attend, or I could write out two discussion post, one discussion response for a Texas government class that's just due by Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Starts Monday morning, ends Sunday at like noon. It's the ability to what that means is that like I can work Friday night at the restaurant, I can work Saturday night at the restaurant, and I
Right.
can still get my assignments in on time. I can work, a lot of my hours here at the station are like till 6 if I'm doing ATC, which is our afternoon news show. And it's like I need to be up by 7 for whatever thing, like stuff in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I'm up late with work, I can do my assignments early in the morning. I don't have to make it physically to class to give you my paper.
That sounds awesome.
The convenience for me, a working student, it's never been better. And I'm certain, I think, Cole, you were able to talk a little bit about more on this of like
Right.
convenience that online stuff has caused
Oh, sure.
for like people who have difficulty moving around campus.
Yes, people with
Mobility
mobility
issues, there it is.
disabilities, yes, are having a better time with this.
Yeah.
Just because, Tarleton is as accessible, I guess, as they can make it right now,
Mhm.
or care to make it right now.
Mm.
So it's difficult for people in using mobility devices like wheelchairs, the arm crutches,
Yeah.
anything like that. It makes it really difficult. So having the online option is really good for people.
Mm-hmm.
Not only people with immune compromised systems, but also just physical disabilities too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's just like physically it is easier to go to class now than it ever has been for a various like level of reasons. I hope they keep it
Mm-hmm.
to at a certain point. I want them to at least
yeah.
keep the synchronous part of it.
Because I know pre-COVID, it used to be if you wanted to do an online class, they upmarked it like crazy amount per credit.
It was incredibly difficult to do as well because it was all the asynchronous. You were sent a lecture or like maybe a video or just tons of spreadsheets or worksheets to do, and it was like very disorganized. Every class was every class had a different system.
Yeah, that's true.
Now it's
Yeah.
all the same system. It's all the same softwares. It's all the same programs.
It's a hard transition right now, but even having these high flex options, you can see that it's possible, and some students need this.
yeah.
Like, even if we didn't have a pandemic, some students
Yeah.
really need this type of option.
No, yeah. I think
And it has made education more accessible.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
stepped out when we were talking of like just a working student. Like me, I am able to get I got a 90 on my quiz the other day. I got a 60 on
Yeah,
another
nice.
one, but that's
Ooh.
don't worry about that one. Mom, I'm okay. Mom, I'm all right. But like I'm studying.
They totally dropped the lowest grade, right?
I have time. Well, there's like 16 quizzes, so I'm
that's
fine. But I have the ability to study my like 3 hours a day that I'm not working, and that's enough for because I'm taking less classes this semester, and so I'm able to this morning I was doing laundry while I was watching a lecture. That's
Yeah.
study time. I'm able to get house chores done, or I'm able to do stuff a little bit before work, a little bit after work, and it's all cumulatively adds up into good grades.
Yeah, and I live in Venture Apartments, which is on campus in Stephenville, and it's the family housing. It's family and gender neutral housing.
Mhm.
So they put people who are pregnant,
Yeah.
families in there with kids already, and it's really nice because we have a couple single moms and it's really nice for them, especially because they're working 2 to 3 jobs,
Right.
then have their school, and then have their kids' school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's making it so much easier for them to be doing laundry or cooking their kids' food while watching
Yeah.
Zoom.
No,
you know?
the ability to just be able, not multitask, because that's not the right word, but be able to be in a different place than the lecture hall and still able to get close to the same level of education.
Right.
It's just so much. And like, that's the one good thing to this entire like awful global
Yeah.
pandemic that's caused so much stress, anxiety,
And then you graduate
and
in the middle
loss.
of it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to talk how the outside world is?
Man, it's so I personally work in the creative industries.
Mhm.
I'm a professional pianist.
Right.
I used to work radio. I
Yeah.
wanted to keep in that.
He tickles the ivory.
Oh.
That's a normal thing. That's a normal phrase.
That's a
is-
normal phrase.
Okay.
I heard it before.
Oh, I'm the only one over here.
Oh,
Like,
Riss is like,
Yeah, Rissa,
what?
you're
You're in
making
the
it
music
weird.
department.
I know.
Yeah, I'm in
I should know
business.
better.
business.
I'm in business. We know nothing.
Oh, you
apparently.
switched the business.
Marketing.
Marketing.
Ooh.
I still think you should have switched to communications, but
Yeah, but that's
whatever.
because you don't like business people. I'm starting to realize.
The business building has an aura of darkness.
You know,
Have you
it
ever
kind of
talked to me?
does.
Have you ever talked to me for an
Does have-
extended period of
Okay,
time?
but
he does have a weird Twitter feed.
Thank you.
Yeah, but not like your cool kind of darkness. The darkness that's like D-bag darkness.
No, it
Yeah.
seems, it feels like I'm walking.
I'm the good guy there. I'm the hero. I get to slay the Minotaur.
You're the good
No,
guy.
see, you're gonna come
I'll
back
get you.
and you're gonna just have essence of the darkness, and you're just like,
Yes,
But
like an anti-hero. I'm single now. I can do it. Go ahead.
sorry, oh, go for it.
single now. I can do it.
What? Wait, what was that phrase? Tickling the
Ivory.
ivory.
Tickle the
Ivory.
ivory.
Maybe you should pick that up.
Me?
Yeah.
I play keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Like in my spare
You
time.
tickle
I think
the ivory.
you started.
Oh my God,
we,
you're just
we were
letting me
talking
use
about
it
MIDI
now.
keyboards when I
Yeah,
was
no,
here,
well, it's a MIDI keyboard, so and also
Okay.
an ivory keyboard is like incredibly unethical
yeah.
and should never be
I'm
used in
just
modern
playing
day.
with you.
They're very expensive.
No,
too.
I think you're playing with life and death, Rissa. I'll get you.
Oh. So
What I mean,
like
what I mean by
no.
they're very expensive, I mean they don't make them anymore. So if you wanted like an old ivory keyboard, they're not very well maintained, and the ones that are
They cost a soul. They cost a human soul and a monkey's paw. And I got one guy that'll get
But-
you one.
So
Yeah, outside life.
let me give you an example. Pre-COVID, we had the Fed, the people who control interest rates and stuff, come. Like some big shot from DC came and talked at the. I played piano for it. They
go
talked,
ahead.
and they're like, oh, you guys are gonna be so great. The job markets are amazing. You're gonna,
This
they
is
don't have
graduation.
This was pre-COVID, so this
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
last fall.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how like when you graduate, if you're graduating this year, there's going to be so many jobs available to you. So we get the spring break. We all remember this, and then
Yeah.
like every day over spring break, it got progressively worse,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then everything closed. So come
For
graduation,
3 months.
come graduation, all of my all of like the roommates I was living with,
Mhm.
one of them left.
Ooh.
Was gonna pay for 1 month's rent, and then he was gone.
Oh, wow.
He didn't sign anything. He was just, and I feel bad for him because he had a best friend who got kicked out, and they couldn't afford to live on their own.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna go help them. My other roommate got, he was working at Granbury Theater House, and that's its own thing. If you want, you can go see that online for yourself. But their workers are currently, they're not laid off. What's the term where they give you like benefits and stuff, but they're not paying you?
Furloughed?
They're furloughed.
Mm.
And then at their graduation, you
me
do the
double
regular
check that.
graduate thing. You go and you're applying for jobs, and you're
Right.
trying to see. At the time, there were more people leaving and getting rid of jobs than there were. I don't think there was any new jobs in June. So I went to an old business friend who owns a restaurant in Granbury, and I used to work there. I play piano there, and I went there and I'm just like, hey, I need to afford to live. Can I have a job? And I I tried to go in the unemployment route,
Yeah.
and they didn't deny me, but because I was still working part-time here,
Yeah.
they weren't responding to anything.
Mhm.
So I was on unemployment, but I never got
Right.
any of the benefits.
Yeah.
They never sent me money, and I'm sure that's a story that a lot of people alongside me can share.
Especially when we hit like a couple million unemployment every single week when it was getting bad.
So we were talking about this before, but I'll say this for the show.
Go ahead.
Radio jobs, there's none. Like they might be posting broadcasting jobs, but to give an example, in February when I originally was just researching, I wasn't applying yet. I was researching jobs. Urban One, big hip hop, like East Coast, West Coast. They own a bunch of stations. Had 215 to 300 jobs open.
Yeah.
Yesterday they had 15. That's the same thing. iHeartRadio, same thing. Used to have hundreds of jobs available.
And you're looking for radio jobs.
Oh.
It's simply because you worked here at a radio station.
Oh, yeah.
This is your expertise.
I was this gave me a passion to work in audio and stuff like that. And I was just like, well, let's continue with the broadcasting route.
Right.
You know, everyone needs audio experts. And this entire summer, I was working in a kitchen, filthy, washing dishes, cooking, prepping food.
Yeah. Food prep ain't bad if you get a radio though.
Yeah,
Like you turn some music on.
It's true, but
Ain't
that's
bad
just,
doesn't mean
I
good,
don't have
though.
enough time to go into that.
Go
but
ahead. No, we're good till 2:30.
Oh no, I have to go. I have to go.
Oh.
I actually have a job interview with Steinway and Sons.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Oh, is that where you get to slap the pianos?
Yeah, that's where I get to slap the $100,000 pianos
Twice
twice.
slapping.
Yeah, you slap them twice because they're good. Show that they're sturdy.
But it's hard because it's demoralizing.
Yes.
Because you can only
Yes.
I've probably applied for hundreds of jobs a month and not hearing back from a single one of them.
Yeah.
Because when I was here, and I'm not trying this humble brag, I guess. I was employee of the year for 2018, 2019. I got Hall of Fame. I got 2 years of radio experience. I have a ton of, and it's just like, it's hard not to take it personal.
All these ups.
Yeah, it's hard not to take it personal when you see this like college graduate accolades, experience, all this stuff, and just be like,
can't.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been kind of broadening and going outside of radio.
You're gonna have to, unfortunately.
Just some business jobs, executive, administrative assistant stuff, IT stuff, just like because I have the experience and why not? And I'm good with computers.
Repair is always something that people need.
And I've just now started getting. I went 3 months without a single job interview.
Jeez.
And I had 2 today.
There you go.
Getting back into it.
Oh, the fancy shirt.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I had a Zoom meeting. Oh yeah, and Zoom doesn't go away, by the way. Everybody uses Zoom, not even just in college. You think they like switch to Skype or Discord or something like that?
I don't know why we didn't go to Discord, but whatever.
Well, Tarleton has licensing.
Tarleton had Zoom before.
Yeah, they had licensing and stuff.
Got it.
So
got it.
they were like contractually obligated to use Zoom.
Okay.
But that's the real world's kind of crappy right now.
Yeah.
We're kind of looking to climb back up. I think jobless claims went down last week, or they went up, depending on who you talk to. There's apparently 2 different counting systems now. So
the rate at which jobless claims is moving has gone down, but people are still becoming jobless,
which is awful. But we're just keep at it, guys.
Right.
I actually, part of me wanted to this is dumb,
Go
but
ahead.
this is a plan I had in May. It was looking so grim in May that part of me just wanted to cancel my graduation application and take electives through the summer and
you were
the
out.
fall to continue working.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's rough.
Which financially
completely.
doesn't work out because you need to take you'd get as maximum, and I'm telling you this because this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
However many hours you get here would go straight to your classes unless you're able to funnel money.
And here's the thing too, I would have not had any more financial aid because you can only have a certain amount of hours before they cut you off.
Yeah.
So thank you for having me on the show.
Not a problem, AJ.
Whatever. Can someone take care
Yeah, you just
I can take care of all that for you
Yeah.
when I finish up.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you very much, guys.
good luck. with your
Yeah.
interview.
Just set it on the desk.
Yeah, it's a weird time
It is a weird
to
time.
be
It
alive.
is.
It's kind of surreal, honestly.
I
Yeah.
don't know if we'll recover anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just weird to be.
Bye, AJ.
Bye.
Off he goes. That brave soul.
It's just kind of weird to be like living during like,
It is
a
weird
big
to be
moment
alive.
in history.
Yeah.
You know, like this is gonna be something. That's
I know people
spoken
joke
about.
I know people joke about so much, like, hey, when kids are like learning about this in history,
Oh yeah,
it's just gonna be such a large part,
like a big
like
chapter.
the chapter.
The
It's
quiz
like-
is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
I don't think so, though. That's like my
What?
biggest. Well, what the 1960s? So much happened, and yet
Yeah,
that was
that's true.
that was the
But-
same length chapter as the 1950s. If you
Yeah.
look at history books,
Well, I mean, we could go into all of that, but I guess I won't.
well, a
Yeah.
president was assassinated in the 60s.
Yeah, that's true, but
That was
there's
a big
also
one, and then a war,
multiple civil rights things that
and
just,
all the
Yeah.
civil rights things
Kinda.
originally, versus nowadays where it's. I think what.
I don't know.
I mean,
I just worry that it's gonna be like brushed over the same way,
Yeah.
even though all of
Oh.
us, like literally everyone, experienced
I
it
guess this is what people felt like
back
when
in
kids were talking about, like,
World War One, World
Yeah.
War Two, of like a world event,
It will-
true world event.
yes.
Yeah.
The Great Depression. There we go.
Yeah.
We can talk like the Great Depression is very similar. 1920s.
Yeah, 1920. it
Yeah.
it
There was
will
a Spanish-
shape our generation.
It will.
For sure.
Yeah. I definitely know. Okay, fun little side. Anyone come up with any cool little hobbies?
Hobbies.
Like little tiny hobbies that you're doing as
Oh.
like things for you now
I
that you're
haven't had
locked
to-
inside,
Yeah.
because like no one can go outside anymore.
Yeah.
So what do you do with your free time now, aside from just the casual video games and Netflix?
I've been
What do you do?
reupholstering furniture.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'll go in like I found this really cool chair on the side of the road, like someone was throwing it out. And
Uh-huh.
all it needed was new cushions and stuff.
Yeah?
So I'm pulling it apart. And it's like a French style.
Ooh.
Do you
Shaped chair.
TikTok that stuff?
I thought about it.
You should
but
totally.
Yeah.
At minimum
I
Instagram.
love that stuff.
I'll have to try and
At-
do that.
At
love it.
very minimum Instagram.
Yeah, but I like to do that. I've done a couple things, and
Yeah.
I'm doing one of my friend's trucks. Like I did the headliner,
Yeah.
and now I'm doing like
you know how to
the
do
console.
headliners?
Yeah, like with the spray glue
Okay,
and stuff.
Lee's headliner has been like, I guess it melted. It's a Volkswagen. It's
Oh,
not
is it
made
like
for
is
Texas.
it separating?
Yes,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
badly. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to get you to look at
Yeah,
it.
Interesting.
but
Yes.
Cole, would you like to share? You want me to?
Yeah, yes. Okay, so I've been looking up DIY stuff, and I learned how to make flowers out of ribbon.
What?
Yeah, like faux flowers out of ribbon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
the ones you stick in the green foam.
yeah, but I've actually made stems for them and everything.
Whoa.
neat.
Yeah, and I cut out each individual petal and I
Yeah.
shape it myself with a lighter and
Nice.
hot glue it all together.
That's cool.
yeah.
No,
I'm
yeah,
so
arts and
excited.
crafts. Yeah, arts and
very
crafts.
cool.
Yep. I'm
Cool.
so
Do you do
excited
like
about
different
it.
types of flowers or like?
Yeah, I can do roses really well. I've learned
Mhm.
that. Then I've got these I don't know what you would call them, but they're like spiraled
Uh huh.
and they look really pretty with like the
Mm.
semi translucent like ribbon.
Oh,
I'll have to show you
okay.
pictures after.
Okay, yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
so
cool.
excited about it.
I've gotten into alchemy.
Alchemy.
That's completely different than our life.
No, yeah, y'all's are like physical craft work, like something
Yeah.
that's genuinely beneficial. No, I'm testing potions on my roommate for his muscle soreness. I need
Hey,
to get.
we love a good holistic cure.
I need
Yes.
to get.
No.
I need to get curcumin, and what is it? Something that one of the oils found in fresh black pepper. Technically, all I'm giving him is 0.4 grams of freshly cracked black pepper, and then 33.34 grams of turmeric powder.
Interesting.
So nothing crazy.
So you have a bunch of potion bottles everywhere. is all
Not
I'm
yet.
hearing.
I'm going to the groceries after work.
I'm so. You should take pictures. I want to see.
Yeah.
I'm actually
I
going
expect
to.
it on your Instagram.
Okay. I mean, I'm getting a mortar and pestle, so that'll be up there. I'm getting a
cool.
little kitchen scale that goes in grams. I'm excited. I've also got my little journal that I was doing like journaling in. I figured it's easier to make it a referential textbook. So it's got like my ingredients as I experiment with these. We tested melatonin last night.
Oh.
That bad boy works. 5 milligrams, 30 minutes, you won't remember nothing.
Oh no.
Then you'll have a weird dream as you wake up. So cool. Definitely never take more
Let
than
me
like
know
5
if
milligrams
you get
of melatonin.
anything for like joint pain.
Joint pain?
Yeah.
That's actually anti-inflammatory is what I'm testing this afternoon.
Okay. Nice. Let me know if it works out.
No, send me symptoms of what you're dealing with.
It's gonna be leave,
I'm going to
but
become
yes.
a witch doctor, everybody. So, hi mom, hi dad. I am a witch doctor now.
Yeah.
Actually, listen, I do a lot of the Dungeons and Dragons stuff with my friends on the weekends, and we were going through the classifications because one of the classes in there's someone new
I
in the
assume
building.
it's athletics.
He smells weird.
You cannot smell him in here.
You don't know me. Witch boy, remember?
Oh yeah.
No, there's a the warlock class in D&D.
Witch boy.
We were talking about.
Like warlock.
Yeah, we were talking about the warlock in D&D, and then we were just like, what's the difference between a wizard and a witch? Because they talk about it like witchcraft and wizardry and Harry Potter and whatnot, and
yes.
it's like, is it a gendered term or is it not? And the best version we were able to come up with in this sort of like new age of fantasy that is very like sensitive to different issues is witch is the doctor, the person who studies to heal people. So anyone, like a witch could be one or the other, doesn't matter as long as you're doing medicinal things. And a wizard is like a studious magic user. So like
Interesting. So
and
you
I don't know
are
anything
in
ab-
fact a witch boy.
maybe there could be like some religious beliefs to it as well that I don't want to step on.
Oh right. Okay.
Like this is mainly for jest. When I say witch boy, I do want a big hat though. I've always wanted a big hat. You know that. I tried to
if you
wear
want
Avery's
some like
big
dark
hat.
colored flowers to put on the brim.
Yes,
right?
actually.
Do you need
No.
a chair? No.
Yes.
I have a good
Put
chair.
it all together.
Oh my goodness.
No, sometimes I think of wizard as like the corny, like stars and the little teepee hat and
Yeah.
stuff, you know. And then I also think of like Gandalf, you know,
Right.
like there's such
Yeah.
a, I don't know. I think
No,
of it
yeah.
in two different ways. Like the context is
Well,
totally different, you know.
Because magic is dead due to the Iron Age and folk is no longer a considered like normal thing.
Sad.
Faith is draining from the world. It's very hard to pin down a good aspect of. No, this is like real talk right now. It's very hard to pin down a solid aspect of myth and fantasy when you have postmodernism art. Like it's legitimately difficult.
Yeah.
I read a lot of fairy tales and fantasy and fiction works
Yeah.
from like old culture.
Oh, I love old fairy tales like the Grimms.
I have
Yeah, I have the.
I have a book to show
the
you
whole
then.
book.
I have a like leather bound
Is it
gilded
red?
leaf. It's the brown.
like maroon.
It's brown.
Oh, I have the maroon one with gold.
No, the one they have in the library?
I don't know.
No, that one's black.
No, I have like a maroon one and it has gold on the edges of the pages.
We will trade pictures.
Okay. Yes.
No, I feel like everyone's just turning into like 1800 housewives. Everyone's picking their like little thing to do within the house.
Yeah. that
Oh,
makes
like
sense.
during
Yeah, for
quarantine
during
type.
like COVID,
Yeah.
like I've seen a lot of things where people are just like, we got chickens. Another group of people who are just
Oh,
like,
wow.
we've been keeping the starter for all of our house friends, so they come over and they pinch off some starter for their new like things of dough, which is something that like the matriarch of societies and cottage
Yeah.
industry and stuff used to do. You would have the matriarch of a society controlled the bread starter.
Yeah.
Because it's a
yeah.
living
I've
organism.
read
You
about
feed
that.
it. You have to feed it.
That there's
Oh.
like bakeries that still use. The,
180 old
Yeah.
100-year-old starters.
Only reason I know what that is from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I've never
The
seen that.
sourdough starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen that, but I'm certain I've been told it's very funny.
It's great.
That's good.
I love it. Personally.
Last little bit of information, Tarleton related, seeing as we talked a lot about classes and whatnot. Weather. Who loves the rain?
I think we
I do.
really needed it, to be honest.
Only downsides the humidity when it gets
Ooh,
warm again.
I love the
It's the only
rain.
thing.
I don't even care.
I was wearing 2 layers the other day. I had my boots on. I had my thick pants. I was fully prepped in this rain, man.
Yeah.
I love me some rain because
got
I get to wear
my-
my winter clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fashion's always better when it rains or
It
when it's
is.
cold.
The fall is
It
better.
is.
Yeah.
Let's just say don't get me wrong, I
Fall
love
is good.
swimming. I love the summer.
The beach is silly.
But it's
just-
really hard to be quarantined during the summer. So if it happens
not.
again,
It's
Yeah.
not hard
I'd rather
to
be
quarantine in
carving
the summer.
pumpkins.
I would rather, I'd rather
decorate
be
the
make.
inside for fall.
Yes.
I would
Yes.
rather, morning coffee, afternoon tea.
Yeah.
'cause
Pumpkin
it's
spice.
cold the whole
I had
time.
a pumpkin spice muffin the other
Well,
day
we don't,
already.
we don't have to go that far. It's okay.
Apple
okay.
cider.
Ooh.
Apple
Oh.
cider.
I love it.
So, apple cider. Nope, that's too much. I was like, apple cider vinegar.
Oh,
like you
that's
mix that with a
great.
couple things.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Oh yeah. No. Rain, weather. For a little bit of information, we are definitely under flood warning still
Yes.
in the Stephenville and Erath County area, probably until the end of. It was supposed to end tonight at 7 p.m. So by the time this comes out, we will still be about 2 hours in. However, yesterday there was a tornado, or 2 nights ago there was a tornado watch.
Right.
Mhm.
Tornado
was
touched
warning.
down in tornado.
I thought it was warning was when it actually like
The
you needed to
warning.
get-
Yeah, there was a warning.
Yes.
Yeah.
That Lance, station manager, even said he had to get into his closet because he was the alert they were told was like, you're about to die.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
got that one too.
Yeah?
Did
Yeah.
you like hunker down or?
No, not really.
Well,
Well, I mean,
no,
this
I'm
is,
ready.
this
Take
is
me."
like
Yeah.
tornado central.
It
You know,
is,
kind of.
yeah.
So like
You get
whenever I
used
get
to
them, I
it.
kind of you become complacent to it. You know.
That's true. Yeah,
So I was
get
just
that.
like, oh no, and I texted my mom and I was like, should I worry about this?
Yeah.
She's like, maybe.
My mom
like
actually
a little.
called me.
Yeah.
your mom
was like-
called you?
Yeah, she's like, do you have a mattress? Can you get it down and like go in the tub?
In the
Is that like
tub.
a real thing still?
Getting in the tub?
I think it's
With
more
the
so about
mattress.
just
No, that's
like,
yeah, that's actually real.
staying-
Okay.
There
I
have
wanted
been
to make
multiple-
sure
there have
that it
been-
wasn't like disproven.
There
or
have been
something.
multiple
Yeah.
accounts of people surviving tornadoes simply by putting a mattress over their bathtub, and then the whole thing gets picked up and placed.
Wow.
Have
We-
you also heard about Tornado Baby?
No.
Tornado.
There was a baby who was stolen from their carriage at night during a tornado in Oklahoma and was placed in a tree. It never woke up, apparently, during the tornado.
Wow.
And it's alive. Like, it wasn't
Like
dead.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
by never woke up, like it never woke up.
No. No.
Sorry, I went dark.
Nice. See, business.
Oh.
We did not. We could not get our mattress off the, like, the. What is that? Bed stand, whatever it is.
The idea is really to get
But
into
We
somewhere
had
that
dog beds.
Yeah.
the
I
biggest
was-
concern for like a tornado flying by is one, it's going to take your roof off. So
Yeah.
don't let anything fall on top of you. That's why you do your mattress above.
Yeah.
And then the secondary part is like flying glass and debris. So
Yeah.
you ever
Right.
done, well, you never went to public school, but if you
No.
ever did those tornado drills,
Yeah.
that's why they have you like in the hallway
Yeah.
away from the windows.
I was just worried about my chickens. when
Oh,
it was
you have
happening. Yeah, my
chickens?
mom has chickens. I was
Aw.
watching her house.
You're just watching the chickens.
Yeah, I was
Were they
had to make
freaking
sure
out?
they were okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like out in the rain. You're out there like doing
Yeah,
stuff.
I was
Wow.
like taking care of the chickens
That's-
and the dog and making all the taking all the plants inside and
Rissa,
stuff
that is
during the
the-
tornado.
Rissa, that's the
Wow.
most dad thing ever. Have you seen that picture?
Yes.
There's a picture where it's like classic
Oh,
dad
yeah.
move. He's out there with the lawnmower,
Yeah,
like
it's like-
mowing the
yeah.
lawn during a tornado.
Yes, that
and
was
he's just-
me. I was
Wow.
I was
He's just-
taking care of the chickens during the tornado.
You were
That's
keeping an eye
great.
on the tornado,
Yeah.
weren't you? You're like, oh, I'm just keeping an eye
I
on
had to
it.
make sure they were getting in their house, you know.
You lock their front
'Cause they're
door
not
for
very
'em.
smart. Like they'll
Oh.
just sit out there.
They'll
and,
leave.
Like, well, I have
They
like
would
they have a
float
big
away.
pen.
We actually like,
Yeah,
had
like
some
it kind
legit-
of flooded in it, so in their
Ooh.
pen, so I had to like let them out.
Yeah, I don't know
for a
if y'all had
while
to drive
after.
down Washington. I got off, let's see, Wednesday is when the big water hit. No,
Yeah.
Tuesday's when the
Was it
big
Tuesday?
water hit.
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Because I had to cover ATC, so I got out at 6. I walked outside. I walked over to my friends because we had to get groceries for the week. 2 minutes into walking, completely drenched. Soaked all of my books, soaked everything all the way through.
Oh, it was a really nice reminder that I needed new windshield wipers.
Oh,
So I put new
no.
windshield wipers on my car yesterday
that's
too.
I actually-
Another dad thing.
I need
you
to
know?
do it. Rissa, go you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
You don't need no dad.
No, I
You've
don't.
got this.
Yeah.
You're your own dad.
I am.
Awesome. Can you be my dad too and
Yeah,
remind me?
I'll be your dad.
Thanks.
Oh
Hey,
my
what
God.
wrench do I need for this?
I don't know. I'm not that good of a
Thanks,
dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're coming up to a close on this week's episode. We got an interview from AJ. We talked a little bit about classes, how everything's going, our TA stuff. Rissa's my new dad. Everything's coming together. Next week, there's a chance you meet a new person to the station. So keep on to our social medias in the event that they post anything before that, or that we post something about them before that. Tomorrow, or if you're listening to this as soon as it comes out or as soon as it posts, tomorrow there will be Meet Jake on our YouTube channel. I've been told by Lance it is one of the funniest ones we've done. It also included probably the most obvious edit I've ever made. I'll show you the video right after this.
I haven't seen it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'll show you whenever you're done here. If you find somehow to work at the station, or you sneak up to our front window, you can also watch the video before it comes out. Lucky you won't. That event will have already happened by the time this comes out, though. That's a bit of a joke. I have no more notes.
We're done.
We're done then. Moving on to the final script.
Are you okay?
I don't know, I swallowed my spit or something. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your episode of Cruisin the Planet. This was episode 41, Enter a Returning Stranger. That's AJ, by the way, in case that didn't make any sense. I am your host, Ethan Miller, bringing you information about what's going on in here, the radio station, Tarleton, so on and so forth. This week we were joined by Cole.
Bye.
And Rissa.
Hey.
If you showed up late to the show, or you wanted to catch up on anything that we produce throughout the week, go ahead and follow the links in the description. Those are our social medias. We have a Twitter, an Instagram, and a Facebook, all of which are updated very, very much more so now than ever, because we have new people working at the station. And you'll see a lot more of them in the coming weeks, along with more episodes of Cruisin the Planet. We hope everyone has a good weekend, and stay safe. Don't be blown away by the wind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.